He's checked out. He just goes to the beach and thinks he looks good in a bathing suit, which he doesn't. He's sort of checked out.
Lethargic, out of breath, and out of stamina, Donald Trump just gave a disastrous interview with the podcaster Lex Friedman. You saw right there Donald Trump talking about President Biden's bathing suits. Then Donald Trump talks about the misogynistic reposts that he's been consistently making. Here, watch this.
I'd love to get your psychology about behind the tweets and the posts on Truth. Are you sometimes being intentionally provocative, or are you just speaking your mind? And are there times where you regret some of the truths you've posted?
Yeah, I do. I mean, but not that often, honestly. You know, I do a lot of reposting. The ones you get in trouble with are the reposts, because you find down deep they're into some group that you're not supposed to be reposting. You don't even know if those groups are good, bad, or indifferent. But the reposts are the ones that really get you in trouble. When you do your own words, it's sort of easier. But the reposts go very quickly. And if you're going to check every single little symbol, and I don't know, it's worked out pretty well for me. I tell you, it's truth is very powerful.
Just so you see the reposts that Donald Trump's been making and posts that he's been making on his social media platform, it's posts like this. I mean, look at this photo that he posted of Vice President Kamala Harris with Hillary Clinton. Here he is making a post calling for televised public military tribunals for former President Barack Obama. Then he repeatedly makes QAnon posts. Some other posts here he makes of Vice President Kamala Harris. You can see it right there. By the way, it's worth noting that Trump Media stock, which owns Truth Social, is absolutely tanking today. At one point, it was down another 8%, but I digress. Then Donald Trump talks more about reposting and posting things at 3 a.m. in the morning and how the media gets mad at him for making posts that late. Here, play the clip.
What are you doing usually when you're composing a truth? Like, are you chilling back on a couch?
Couches, beds.
Okay.
A lot of different things. I mean,
like late at night and just
I'd like to do some late at night. You know, I'm not a huge sleeper, but whenever I do them, you know, past like 3 o'clock, they criticize you the next day. Trump was up truthing. Okay. Trump was truthing at 3 o'clock in the morning. And there should be no problem with that. And then when you think about time zones, how do they know that you're like, you know, in a time zone, like an Eastern zone? So, but every time I do it after like 2 or 3 o'clock, it's like, why is he doing that?
Then Donald Trump claims that he has no connections with Project 2025 and doesn't know what it is, despite the fact that his campaign spokesperson makes commercials for Project 2025. His top campaign advisor, Stephen Miller, makes campaign commercials for it. Trump's been repeatedly photographed and seen with the founder of Project 2025. The founder of Project 2025 credits Donald Trump for Project 2025. But, you know, those are just the facts. Here's what Donald Trump says on the interview. Play the clip.
Let me ask you about Project 2025. So you've publicly said that you don't have any direct connection to Project
nothing. I know nothing about it. And they know that too. Democrats know that. And I purposely haven't read it because I want to say to you, I have no idea what it's all about. It's easier than saying I read it and, you know, all of the things. No, I purposely haven't read it. And I've heard about it. I've heard about things that are in there that I don't like. And there's some things in there that everybody would like.
Then Donald Trump talks about Jeffrey Epstein's island and claims he wasn't on the island, but he knows a lot of powerful people who were. Play the clips.
But a lot of big people went to that island. But fortunately, I was not one of them.
It's just very strange for a lot of people that the list of clients that went to the island has not been made public.
Yeah. It's very interesting, isn't it? Probably will be, by the way. Probably.
So if you're able to, you'll be...
Yeah, I'd certainly take a look at it. Now, Kennedy's interesting because it's so many years ago. You know, they do that for danger, too, because, you know, endangers certain people, et cetera, et cetera. So Kennedy is very different from the Epstein thing. But yeah, I'd be inclined to do the Epstein. I'd have no problem with it.
Then Donald Trump implies that nobody walks out on him while he delivers his speeches. Play the clip.
And let's say you're talking about a big audience, but I get very big audiences. And, you know, For many people, it's virtually impossible to get up and speak for an hour and a half and have nobody leave.
May I just show you one of many examples of people walking out on Donald Trump's speech? I want to give credit right here to the PTL radio show. They capture a lot of these moments. I could probably show you 10 videos like this, and I'm sure you've seen them from watching our network. But here's just one of them. People walking out while Donald Trump was giving a speech. Play the clip.
Why are all these people leaving in the middle of the speech? Donald Trump is speaking right now.
So when we get in,
and all these people are leaving. I don't get it. Look at all these people leaving right in the middle of the speech. Are they bored? I don't understand. Why are you guys leaving? Why are you guys leaving in the middle of the speech? I don't get it. Why is everybody leaving?
Because we have to work. And they're walking up the columns with red they have to probably sandblast it off. They're hitting red paint all over the place.
Another MAGA moron. They're all leaving.
Then Donald Trump admits that he lost 2020 by a whisker. Again, another admission by Donald Trump that he lost. Play the clip.
Debates. I mean, I became president. Then the second time I got millions more votes than I got the first time. So I was told if I got 63 million, which is what I got the first time, you would win. You can't not win. And I got millions of more votes than that and lost by a whisker.
Donald Trump then claims he has a plan to avoid war with China and to end Russia's war against Ukraine, but it's so super secret he can't share it. Play the clip.
If we can go back to China on negotiation, how do we avoid war with China in the 21st century?
Well, there are ways now. Here's the problem. If I tell you how, and I'd love to do it, but if I give you a plan, like I have a very exacting plan how to stop Ukraine and Russia, and I have a certain idea, maybe not a plan, but an idea for China, because we're in a lot of trouble. They'll be in a lot of trouble too, but we're in a lot of trouble. But I can't give you those plans because if I give you those plans, I'm not going to be able to use them. They'll be very unsuccessful. Part of it's surprise, right?
Donald Trump then says he was going to withdraw from Afghanistan, but he got interrupted by the election. Play the clip.
Right? We left military equipment, the likes of which nobody's ever left behind before. Billions and billions of dollars of equipment. They're now selling the equipment. They're one of the largest arms dealers in the world. And very sad, very sad. And we were there for a long time. I was going to get out. We were getting ready to get out. Then we got interrupted by the election.
Then Donald Trump denies having tensions with Joe Rogan and calls Joe Rogan a very liberal guy. Here, play this clip.
Let me ask you about my good friend Joe Rogan. So you had a bit of tension with him. So when he said nice things about RFK Jr., I think you've said some not so nice things about Joe. And I think that was a bit unfair. And as a fan of Joe, I would love to see you do his podcast because he is legit the greatest conversationalist in the world. So yeah. What's the story behind the tension?
I don't think there was any tension. And I've always liked him, but I don't know him. I mean, I only see him when I walk into the arena with Dana and I shake his hand. I see him there and I think he's good at what he does, but I don't know about doing his podcast. I mean, I guess I'd do it, but I haven't been asked and I'm not asking them, I'm not asking anybody.
It sounds like a challenging negotiation situation.
No, it's not. It's not really a negotiation. And he's sort of a liberal guy, I guess, from what I understand. But he likes Kennedy. This was before I found this out, before Kennedy came in with us. He's going to be great. Bobby's going to be great.
And by the way, as it relates to Donald Trump's statement about withdrawing from Afghanistan, it should be noted that Donald Trump and his administration were the ones who cut the deal with the Taliban directly. They cut out the Afghan government from any negotiations. Trump released 5,000 Taliban terrorists, and those are the 5,000 Taliban terrorists who ended up taking over Afghanistan. Donald Trump then removed the American troops from mostly all of the military bases other than one, and created a massive problem by stranding the American military at that base. And then Trump also refused to share any intel or any defense information with the Biden administration during the transition, because Donald Trump was trying to overthrow a free and fair election on January 6th. So that's what Donald Trump's doing. Oh, and how is Donald Trump's supporters responding right now to the fact that Donald Trump's absolutely tanking? Well, here's Sophia Hutchins. She is Caitlyn Jenner's manager and is a board member of the Log Cabin Republicans, has a leadership position in the MAGA movement. Here's what she's doing: destroying her Alexa right now with a sledgehammer. Here, play this clip.
And I'm not a big Amazon person myself. Film a little video for you telling you how I really feel. Stay tuned. Take 2. Amazon's Alexa bye-bye election interference. I felt so strongly, I had to get a big sledgehammer. Let's see if I get it. Fuck you, Amazon.
Yeah, one of the things that MAGA claims is that Alexa and Google are interfering with the election right now, and that's why Donald Trump is losing. And here she is again saying that World War III is unveiling itself right now. Play the clip.
All of you absolute morons that voted for Biden because you didn't like Trump's attitude or you didn't like mean tweets. I hope you're watching the news tonight. I hope you're watching World War III unveil itself with the Iranian regime.
Well, there you have it, folks. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 4 million together. Thanks for watching.
Real quick, Meta just changed their algorithm to suppress political content. Please follow our Instagram @MeidasTouch right now as we head towards 400,000 followers so you don't miss a beat.